brother.
Hits from this past week. So I got caught up on a couple of weeks there and just kind of getting back in tune with what's going on with the championship wrestling for Memphis. And kudos to the guys for keeping on with things. I do like K Toomer. Looks like a big monster that has some potential there to really continue to grow and prosper. So like seeing him continue to move forward. This one's kind of a couple of personal ones to me here. Ivan Warsaw, man, that video, that he and I go way back, and I could take up the entire broadcast, but nothing but love for him. And you know, he trained in the West Memphis area and got to work with him extensively. Almost saw him from one of his first training sessions, and to see where he's grown. Last got to see him in person at the Bobby Eaton Memorial back in August. So love him. There's money to be made, and so I'm gonna shoot right now and tell the crew in Memphis and Dustin, make sure you tap into Ivan and what he's gonna bring to the table. So that's for me to do that. There's just money to be made there. I like Danny Be Good, man. It was good to see him on the broadcast. Yeah. Good to see him get a win. I like that babyface approach of we don't like to win that way. That's old school. I want to win it in the ring, or I want things to be fair, clean. And, of course, in the broadcast, you saw the tag team titles change hands twice. First time with a little shenanigans from Derek King slipping in, doing his thing. And, yeah, so it was good to see. One, I love Danny B. I got a history with him, and he did some really some cool professional things a couple years into my career, and I'll never forget it. So that's fast forward 20 years. Cool to see him get that moment with his son, even though it was brief, to hold the tag team titles there. You mentioned T-Bone watching, and so, of course, I like T-Bone in the ring for championship matches. I think that adds a little extra allure. I know because, you know, typical matches, non-title matches, he's just in the background. You hear his voice, does a great job, but then you can see him when it you know, should matter. When it should matter a little extra. They all should matter. You know, all matches matter, but it should matter a little more when a championship is on the line. Two more things real quick on the hit side. Lots of action, man. This particular show was just slammed with action. Just lots of matches, lots of scenarios. I mean, a lot of chaos. I like the video packages. You know, reminding my whole goal is when I was doing some RCW TV or whatever, been involved with this. You still have to remind people of what's going on, because you got to assume and you hope that every week somebody new is tuning in. So you can't assume that they're up to speed with you. So it's good to have at least even from the week before or something, some recaps. They did that a couple times with Mike Anthony, who I'm going to plug here and say his intensity in the promo. I mean, I believe that promo. I know it was from the prior episode, but I really, you know, it reiterates. I didn't feel like he was playing wrestler. I felt like this guy really wanted to go after the gun show and take that title. So kudos to Mike. Gun show as well, but Mike really this week, I'm going to tip the hat for this particular week as far as a hit coming through on both the brawl and the promo. So that's my hits.
All right on. I'm going to piggyback on a couple of those with you. DJ Brown and the Hot Steppers winning the tag team titles. And then, like you said, you don't ever see this, man. You don't see the baby faces saying, I don't want to win that way. Boom, boom, boom. We went right back into it. It was awesome. It was awesome. Warsaw, I got him on there too. The Killer. We go way back too. I love Kevin, and I wish him the best on everything he does. And I was impressed with. First of all, I love the posse thing that they're doing, and there's kind of a inside joke about who the championship committee is. So they were looking for the committee, which I thought was funny. And I want to tell you something. Nothing against Peter Avalon, because I know he's a hard worker and he works for AEW, but I've never become a fan of his. I really haven't. But I think he fits so good in the small promotion. And he looks like this huge superstar on television in Memphis. And then he puts over Mikey, like he's getting over so big with just the Mikey. And he's a babyface, and the other Skimmerhorns are trying to keep him from getting over. That's the story there. I guess that's pretty much everything that I loved the street fight at the end, the way they did have technical difficulties. Then they had to piece together some stuff. But Mike Anthony's intensity, and when Brett Michaels, when he jumped over the ropes and Brett just pitched him into that wall, I popped big and I said, man, these two guys are, stiff as
Mhm.
hell. And there's a little bitty spot, Brian. I was down there Friday night. That between that wall and that them jumping over is a small area, and there's a lot of intensity with Mike as it is improved. I've seen some of his very first matches. You was talking about Killer there, whether you'd seen some of his first match. Mike was just a small kid,
Right.
really tiny, but he is coming.
He's come along.
That interview at the end of the show was also very good.
Yeah.
He is believable. I talked about this with Rhino, is that they've made it where, where we watch matches and we go, the champion's going to win, the champion's going to win.
Yeah.
They have made it feel like no matter what, he could beat Brett Michaels at any time if he gets the chance. I mean, that's the way it feels.